There goes Vicky. So we got the Nissan to start being. It's good. Figured out our steering. Switching a wing nut, not too hard. Got our mast up. Still have a shredded jib on there. Gonna have to try and change that out for Genoa. Haven't hung the boom yet because we're motoring. First try motoring. I think we're ballast free. Gonna go check now. So this is the mainsail. That plus the condition of the jib tells me enough that we need a new mainsail. So we'll bring that back in the spring. All right, electrical's hooked up in the most basic way. We got the solar panel on the sliding hatch. It's coming in here. Got the battery hooked up here, which is actually not the battery. Ooh. It's a waterproof box with 2 lithium-ion batteries in it, wired in parallel for 40 milliamps, very small. And then the load is hooked up here. It's positive and negative goes into this little fuse box. There's a 15 amp fuse here for the house lights, nav lights, steaming light. Then there's a 20 amp fuse here that I had hooked up to a water pump and ran that to fill up our water tanks because we didn't have hose water nearby. So the solar panel's pulling in 1.4 amps right now. There's no load on in the house. It's at 13 degrees Celsius. And if I double click it, our house lights are off. There we go. Yeah. So that one house light, 1.4 amps charging, 1.3 amps for one house light bulb. So those are going to have to go LED. Although Mickey's knick-knack shelf. This is apparently what was holding us in the Whitecaps last night. We were anchored in mud and roots. Whew. I think we probably drug a 20-foot trench in that mud. So as far as we dragged. Okay, we're cleaning her out and we're hooking up our water tank. This is the Aqua Tank 2 underneath the front dinette seat. It's a 15-gallon tank. You can see it spits out to a little 1/2-inch coupler down there. Fill tank is here. I hooked this up in reverse yesterday with a water pump to fill it up from outside. This little guy right here. So I'm going to install this. Well, if you look under the V-berth cushion, right here for now. Then put a shower end on it, run it back to our little fuse panel, and we're going to run the hose up to spray down our deck before we put her back into storage. All right, so we wired it up. Aqua Tank 2 is feeding the water pump, which is actually a little muted there by the corner of the Aqua Tank 2. This is just testing it out. It's connected to a 1/2-inch interior diameter hose, which is connected to a shower spigot up there. And then the electrical feeds go through here, come back through the settee, around the corner, zip, 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 and all the way back to the battery area. Zinging through there with the other electrical panels, and they come right in there on that 20 amp. So let's see what happens when I flip the switch. I have not tried it yet. I hear water. have water. It's gonna take a while to fill all that line, isn't it? No, not that long. We got water. All right. After rinsing off the whole boat exterior, it shrinks the bag down into nothingness. Pretty cool.